any Twitch users out there, I know some folks that follow my YouTube and my myriad of social media that I have with the Vintage Gamer brand have a Twitch account. I don't have a Twitch account. I started one very briefly and then I never really got into it because it involves a lot of streaming, a lot of plastering your butt to a seat and playing games or putting up some kind of content. And I just don't have that kind of time. So sometimes I'm lucky to actually get a video up. And lately, or just in general, if you've noticed, my channel actually has pretty short, quippy videos, which I really enjoy. So whether it's a meme or just a very succinct piece of information or a news broadcast that's about 2 minutes or less, or maybe between 1 and 10 minutes, or gameplays, which are quite a bit longer sometimes, I have different content and I don't stick to one general template. So Twitch users, typically, if you're on there, you have a formula or a recipe, and if you're a gamer, there's a lot of gamers on there. They have rather long hours spent playing video games, and they essentially have a schedule. And if you don't have a schedule, you typically have a lot of hours that people could just go on there randomly and catch you. So Twitch was created after YouTube, June 2011. The CEO is Emmett Shear, founders Justin Kan, Emmett Shear, Kyle Vogt, Michael Siebel, and Kevin Lin, and one of its parent organizations is Amazon.com with a subsidiary of Curse. So Twitch as a streaming service is what people talk about when they talk about up and coming, how to get money. There's going to be more monetization in the future, and it's where you want to be essentially. But that doesn't mean people aren't leaving Twitch to go to YouTube. And depending on the formula that they want for their channel, that might be a decision for you as well. For me, I'm trying to decide if I even want to go to Twitch. And for the reasons I specified before, I just haven't had the desire because it's just a totally different recipe than what I can do on all of my other social media avenues. I mean, I've got Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then I've got a host of others, and Twitch is just one of those things where I just don't have the time, like I said, to sit there and stream. So on that note, a purple to red, that's the phrase, purple to red transfer, a record-breaking Twitch streamer, Ludwig Agren, is moving to YouTube. And he, just to preface this, he's leaving because YouTube offered him more money, so he was offered just more green and decided to go. YouTube Gaming has been aggressively luring Twitch creators to its platform, and the latest to defect is Ludwig Agren. Ludwig is perhaps best known for his marathon streaming sessions that allowed him to break the Twitch all-time subscriber record held by Ninja, eventually hitting 283K all-time active subs. So what do you notice right away? For me, 250,000 subs would be great. For an all-time record holder, YouTube, you could expect 1 million or more. But with Markiplier, for example, it's got like 20 plus million subs. His videos are breaking 1 million views easy each time he uploads, even if it's simple. So Twitch has a lot smaller of a viewer base. It's a lot harder to get followers. You can actually recommend from your other social media, which big channels tend to do. But in this case, it gives you a good example of how hard it is to get followers on Twitch. You can get monetized more easily on Twitch than YouTube sometimes, but it just takes more input to get output from Twitch is kind of my argument here. Whereas YouTube, it's hard to start up, it's hard to get rolling, it's hard to get established, but then once you're established, it's almost more passive. And what I mean by passive is you put all those videos up, if you don't have any problems, then people just passively keep watching them, and even if you don't get a ton of views, you get a established income, and you can just kind of sit back and go do your own thing, go on vacation, worry about other things, go rake your yard, just do other things. Whereas, Twitch and streaming, if you're not streaming, you're not really doing anything for your channel, and older videos just don't give people as much incentive to go to your channel and follow you. And case in point, Twitch used to allow new channel owners to just upload videos, whereas now you have to actually stream, unless they've changed it again. The terms of service, or TOS, always changes, so that was the last time I checked. But anyway, going back to Mr. Ludwig, he essentially got a send-off from Twitch saying, best of luck, in so many words. But at the end of the day, that was a pretty big knock in the belt for Twitch, losing somebody like that. And it's not the first one. There are others that are going to go from purple to red. And frankly, you're also having, in the past, a lot of red to purple, but it was far more common. And now that we're seeing the reverse happen, more and more of these folks are making the news. And what is the big reason that Ludwig wanted to leave? He wants to make more dynamic content. He wants to actually edit and splice his videos and do more video editing to get more of a network style approach to his videos, whereas on Twitch you're essentially just recording and then posting, and not recording and then posting. You're basically just videotaping yourself in front of a camera or videotaping a game, and you're just putting that content up in a live session, and it's pretty, how do I say it? I mean, without being rude, it can be really dry. You're sitting there, if you don't know the person, you're just listening to them talk, or you're watching a game that you've played before, and it doesn't really add a lot of value to something if you're already very familiar with it, or if you're not interested in the discussion. Whereas YouTube, you have things like honest trailers, you've got news outlets, you have just different ways of delivering information, which I personally find a lot more interesting, and a lot of people, even creators, are starting to kind of go back to. So I don't think YouTube's going away. Hopefully not anyway. I think it's still going to remain one of the premier services out there in terms of videos, and I, would be interested to hear what people say in terms of comments on that subject. But just, in terms of, like I said before, passive income, you're able to just establish a channel and then kind of sit back, and if you were posting every day, you can, as long as you're telling people how much you're posting, or relatively so, you won't alienate your subscribers. You can essentially post twice a week and, go do other things, live your life, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, and you still have your channel. Whereas if you're not streaming often on Twitch, people are just going to start walking or go do other things. Oh, why is this person not streaming? They used to stream every day. Or, oh, they're only streaming an hour today. They streamed 12 hours last week. That's grueling. That's like indentured servitude, honestly, to have to stream that many hours and whatnot. So, I mean, some of these gamers are streaming, like I said, 12 hours plus, and to me, that's never going to happen for me. So if you ever expect me to do that, I would need a really big incentive. I'd rather just play, anywhere from 10 minutes to maybe an hour or two. Or later on, I can see myself playing longer than that, but it's definitely not going to be something I'm going to do every day. But anyway, I just want to talk about that. Hope you all enjoyed this subject. Again, this is a record-breaking Twitch streamer. Ludwig Agren is moving to YouTube, so he's going purple to red. But anyway, thanks for listening. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to check out the store. We've got some more items on there, including plushies. And otherwise, thanks for listening and take care.